Imagine you're on a flight to Las Vegas, gazing out the window at the endless Mojave Desert below. Dry, desolate, like a canvas forgotten by God. But at the horizon's edge, a faint, surreal neon glow begins to emerge, growing brighter until it transforms into a mirage burning in the night. That glow has a kind of magic, making you forget the desert's harshness, forget the troubles of the real world, leaving only a heartbeat mixed with anticipation and greed. This is the first trap Las Vegas sets for you. It makes you believe you're flying toward a land of dreams, a paradise where miracles might happen at any moment. But you must understand a truth proven by the blood and tears of countless others. You're not flying to paradise, but to a meticulously designed hunting ground. Every detail here, from the first whiff of perfumed air-conditioned breeze as you step off the plane to the taxi driver's tales of some tourist striking it rich overnight, is crafted to dull your vigilance and awaken your most primal desires. The glory of Vegas isn't built on the rare lucky few. Their stories are just embellishments on promotional posters. The city's true foundation is laid brick by brick, day after day, year after year, by ordinary people like you and me, using their pensions, their kids' college funds, even their mortgage payments, through the repeated, fatal mistakes they make. These mistakes are the air and water the casinos thrive on. From the moment you walk through the casino doors, exchanging real-world money for those weightless, colorful plastic chips, you're no longer a free person. You're a lab subject. Every decision, every heartbeat, every hesitation has been studied for decades by psychologists in suits wielding data reports. They don't need to cheat. That's a crude tactic. Modern casinos play an open game. They just patiently, smilingly watch you fall into traps disguised as thrills, fun, or even free perks. When you're sipping that complimentary cocktail, bragging to your buddy about a small hand, or chasing the gut-wrenching, almost won feeling, the casino's backroom servers are steadily, irreversibly draining the number representing your worth into their vaults. Stop naively talking about skill, luck, or strategy. Those are bedtime stories for amateurs and tourists. The games here are, at their core, psychology, a hunt targeting human weaknesses. In this video, I'll lay bare the 12 most foolish, most deadly gambling mistakes. These aren't rare, once-in-a-lifetime slip-ups, but daily habits and mindsets that turn hopeful tourists into lambs for slaughter and even self-proclaimed seasoned players into the casino's reliable cash machines. By the time you hear this, you'll fully grasp why the house always wins and, more importantly, how to dodge the traps tailor-made for you in this meticulously designed maze. Las Vegas didn't spring up out of nowhere. Decades ago, when Nevada legalized gambling to survive the Great Depression, this was just a dusty desert pit stop. The early casino bosses, many of them mobsters from Chicago or New York's East Coast, may not have known fancy math, but they understood the darkest parts of human nature better than anyone. Greed, fear, and the hope for a lucky break. They lured crowds with low stakes, broke down willpower with free drinks, and drowned out time with endless distractions. Later, Wall Street's money sharks smelled blood and bought out the casinos, pushing out the rough-edged mob bosses. But they didn't change the game of exploiting human nature. They upgraded it, refined it to a chilling scientific precision using data analysis, market research, and consumer behavior studies. Today, every carpet pattern is deliberately dizzying, designed to make you glance up at the brighter gaming tables and slot machines. Every light's warmth is tuned to spark excitement. The ding-ding-ding of a slot machine payout is recorded and amplified to sound crisper, louder, broadcasting to everyone around. Look, someone's winning, even if that person just sank $100 to win back $5. Everything here is a giant, calibrated psychological machine with one purpose: to make you lose track of time, erode your reason, and keep you playing in this closed loop. So drop your fantasies. You're not here gambling against a casino boss. You're facing an uneven battle against a massive team of top psychologists, mathematicians, data scientists, and marketing experts. Their biggest trump card? Your innate, nearly unconquerable human weaknesses. In Vegas, the most common, classic, and costliest way to crash is chasing losses. It's like a mental virus. Once infected, it rapidly eats away at your reason. Picture this: you, an average person, arrive with a $2,000 vacation budget, planning to spend $500 a day. Day one, you're at the blackjack table and luck's not on your side. You lose $300 fast. A devilish voice whispers, "No big deal, it's just a little loss. Bet bigger next hand, you'll win it back." So, You bump your bet from $25 to $50. You lose again. Now you're down $400, close to your daily limit. Your mindset shifts from relaxed fun to irritation and defiance. You tell yourself, I have to win back that $400, or this trip's a bust. That thought is exactly what the casino wants you to have. A rational person would walk away after hitting their loss limit, accepting it as entertainment cost. But a gambler who's tilted forgets their plan. Their only goal becomes breaking even. So, they double their bets, switch to a luckier table, or dive into games they barely understand, all to claw back what's lost. You think your luck's bound to turn, right? You've lost so many times it's gotta change. But the truth is, every casino game is built on cold, hard mathematical edges. Your losing streak doesn't boost your odds for the next round. It just wrecks your mindset. Losing 5 hands of blackjack doesn't mean you're more likely to win the 6th. It just means you've already fed more money to the house. Psychologists call this a mix of sunk cost fallacy and gambler's fallacy. The casino just calls it business as usual. What you're chasing isn't a comeback. It's a deepening financial and psychological abyss, and Vegas is happy to keep digging it for you. Another fatal mistake that has casino bosses smirking in the surveillance room is walking in without a budget, or completely ignoring the one you set. One of the core design principles of the Vegas Strip is to make money feel weightless. Your hard-earned, sweat-stained cash gets swapped at the cashier for toy-like, colorful plastic chips. This physical switch creates a massive psychological disconnect. Pushing out a $100 black chip feels far less painful than handing over two $50 bills. Chips build a firewall between your brain and money's real value. Too many people stroll in with a let's see how it goes mindset and end up spending way beyond what they imagined. Without a clear, non-negotiable stop-loss line, a small win can inflate your confidence, leading to bigger bets, while a small loss can kick off the deadly loss-chasing spiral we just discussed. Either way, the casino wins because you have no anchor to stop yourself. A budget isn't just about avoiding bankruptcy. It's your last line of defense against the casino's sensory bombardment. When you decide in advance how much your entertainment ticket costs and accept that expense, win or lose, you can walk away with dignity. Most people can't. When they burn through their cash, defiance drives them to the omnipresent ATMs, designed to be bright and user-friendly. Every withdrawal, with its steep fees, is another house victory, a desperation tax on your lack of self-control. Now, let's talk about those free drinks. They're possibly the casino's oldest, most effective tactic. Not a gesture of hospitality, but a low-cost, high-return chemical weapon. Stay at a table or slot machine long enough, and a smiling server will glide by with a tray like a ghost. That drink isn't a reward for your patronage. It's meant to dull your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain handling risk assessment, impulse control, and rational decisions. Alcohol's effect is subtle and gradual. The first drink relaxes you, washing away travel fatigue. The second makes you feel a bit buzzed, chatting and laughing with others, blending into the vibe. After the third, a false, I'm a gambling god confidence kicks in. A sober you might hesitate before betting $200, weighing the risks. A few drinks in, that hesitation vanishes, replaced by a bold, live it up bravado. That's exactly what the casino wants. Your money flowing faster, more recklessly. At the table, your opponent isn't just the stone-faced dealer. It's your own alcohol-eroded judgment. In Vegas, every free drink comes with an invisible price tag, potentially costing you hundreds or thousands. Jumping into a game without fully grasping its rules, especially the math behind them, is like a med student performing surgery without studying anatomy. It's a mess waiting to happen. Yet, unbelievably, countless tourists do exactly this. At the blackjack table, they hit or stand based on gut, unaware that hitting on 16 against a dealer's 10 is standard, but standing against a 6 is smarter. They don't know that buying insurance is one of the house's highest edge bets, practically handing over cash. At the craps table, they're drawn to flashy center bets like any 7 or snake eyes, clueless that these carry house edges over 10%, while the basic pass line bet is far lower. Even on seemingly simple slots, people mash buttons without understanding pay lines or bonus triggers, unaware if max bets affect payouts. Casinos love these players. Your confusion is their profit. The dealer won't kindly point out your bad bets. Their job is to keep the game flowing smoothly, letting you bleed out in your ignorance. In a casino, knowledge is power, and ignorance costs real money. The adrenaline rush of arriving in Vegas can make you feel like a movie protagonist, ready for a high-stakes showdown. This often manifests as betting too big, too fast. People, eager for a quick win to set a victorious tone, throw down 10% or 20% of their bankroll on the first hand or roulette spin. But this blitzkrieg mentality is exactly what casinos love. Gambling's short-term volatility is brutal. A couple of bad breaks can wipe you out early. Then you're stuck. Either slink back to your room while others are still buzzing, or dip into funds you shouldn't touch, starting the loss-chasing spiral. Seasoned players treat their bankroll like soldiers, using small, cautious bets as scouts to test the table's rhythm. They see gambling as a patient, strategic war. Newbies treat it like a sprint, burning through hours' worth of entertainment cash in minutes, left with nothing but regret. One of Vegas's most powerful, seductive, and destructive illusions is the hot streak. When you win a few hands in a row, chips piling up, adrenaline surging, you feel like the king of the world, as if you can read the game, predict the dice. The crowd cheers, the dealer smiles, and the casino's atmosphere reinforces the feeling. You're unstoppable, Lady Luck at your side. But you need to pinch yourself and face reality. A hot streak is just a normal statistical blip, a short-term cluster of wins. Cards and dice have no memory or gratitude. Your past wins don't boost your odds for the next round. Casinos know this and train staff to encourage the illusion, because a gambler who thinks they're hot makes the boldest, most irrational bets. A player betting $10 a hand might suddenly push out $100 or $500, believing they'll ride the wave to glory. But when that hot streak inevitably ends, and it always does, the house happily collects your bigger bets, often reclaiming all your prior winnings and more. In Vegas, a hot streak isn't a ticket to riches. It's a trap baited with your adrenaline and greed, and the casino's just waiting to reel you in. Slot machines are the casino's money printers, the core of Vegas's profits. Yet most players know nothing about them, sitting there, mechanically feeding coins and hitting buttons like it's a meaningless ritual. They believe a machine that hasn't paid out in a while is due, or that a hot machine someone just won on is lucky. In reality, every spin is an independent event decided by a random number generator, RNG, a chip churning out millions of number combinations per second. The moment you hit spin, it locks in a result, unaffected by prior spins, the machine's temperature, or your player's card. Those near-miss designs, where symbols almost line up for a jackpot, are crafted by casino psychologists to exploit the near-miss effect, making you feel tantalizingly close to a win, urging you to keep playing. You think you're playing a game, but you're interacting with a program designed to take your money. Its lights and sounds just there to make the process feel good. Casino perks, like the ubiquitous player's card, are the only tangible thing they give back in this lopsided game. Yet one of the dumbest, most baffling mistakes is not bothering to use one or refusing to. Thousands of tourists play for hours, lose hundreds or thousands, and never sign up for a card. They think it's a hassle or cling to some baseless superstition that the casino will track them and rig their losses. That's laughable. Casinos track your data to tailor marketing, not to cheat you in games. The odds are fixed regardless. A player's card earns points based on your play, redeemable for free meals, hotel stays, show tickets, or even cash back. Skipping it is like losing money and then refusing the casino's rebate. It's as if you escaped a shark's jaws but handed back your spilled blood to feed it. In Vegas, grab every freebie you can. It's the only value you'll claw back from a losing deal. Not all games are created equal. Some are far kinder to your wallet than others. A costly, common mistake is playing the wrong ones. Casinos are like a buffet. Some dishes offer decent value, others are overpriced junk. Games like Keno, Big Six Wheel, and most slots are the pricey junk, with house edges as high as 25%. That means, on average, you lose $25 for every $100 bet. Compare that to Blackjack with basic strategy, where the house edge can dip below 1%, or Baccarat's banker bet at 1.06%, or Craps basic bets around 1.5%. Casinos play simple, high-edge games like Big Six or themed slots in high-traffic areas, using dazzling lights and huge jackpot signs to draw you in. Fairer games are often tucked away less prominently. Your game choice directly determines how long your bankroll lasts, whether you're drained fast or get more playtime. Walk into any casino, and you'll hear whispers of surefire systems or Betting strategies. The most famous is the martingale. Double your bet after a loss, so one win recoups all losses plus a small profit. Sounds perfect, right? It's a mathematical trap. Its flaws: your money is finite and tables have betting caps. A short, entirely possible losing streak, say 7 or 8 losses, balloons your bets to astronomical levels, leaving you either broke or hitting the table's limit, collapsing the system and costing you big. Other systems like Fibonacci or D'Alembert are just martingale variants. They can't change the game's negative expected value. Casinos love system players who mistake reckless, escalating bets for scientific strategy, losing harder and faster than those playing by gut. These systems don't give you an edge. They're a placebo, lulling you into betting more. Vegas is designed to make you forget the real world. No windows, no clocks, just eternal, bright daylight. In this environment, it's easy to keep gambling while exhausted or emotionally unhinged. A tired brain can't make sharp decisions. After hours of sensory overload, your focus fades. You forget basic strategy, miscalculate chips, make rookie errors. Equally devastating are emotions. In gambling psychology, tilt describes any irrational emotional state. It's not just anger or frustration from losses. The euphoria and arrogance of winning are just as dangerous. On tilt, your bets stem from feelings, not odds or strategy. Betting to spite the dealer, to flaunt a win, or to escape boredom. The casino's fast-paced games, crowd noise, and alcohol all push you toward tilt. When you're calm, clear-headed, even a bit bored, you're the casino's toughest customer. But tired and emotional, you're their perfect ATM, handing your decisions to your amygdala instead of your prefrontal cortex. Finally, perhaps the most dangerous, pervasive, and philosophical mistake is that deep-seated, unshakable feeling of, I'm due to win. After losing all night, exhausted and drained, you feel that probability, morality, or cosmic balance owes you a win. You've paid enough for your bad luck. It's time for a reward. This belief is deadly and dead wrong. Probability has no memory or compassion. A roulette wheel doesn't owe you a red after 10 blacks. A slot machine won't take pity and pay out after you've fed it $1,000. That I'm due conviction keeps you betting long after you should have walked away, tossing in your last dollars, hoping for a miracle. Casinos thrive on this false hope. The brutal truth: you're not owed a thing. A casino is a business built on mathematical certainty, not fairness or sentiment. As long as you cling to this I'm due mindset, this desert-built city of lights will keep draining your pockets until you're bone dry. These 12 mistakes, viewed alone, might seem like isolated slip-ups, but string them together, and you see a chilling, complete picture. A budget-less tourist, betting too fast in excitement, quickly burns through their cash. To break even, they chase losses, fueled by free drinks, forgetting basic rules and playing high-edge games. When their system fails, they're tired, frustrated, convinced they're due, and end up at the ATM, draining their last savings, losing it all. This isn't a string of accidents. It's a designed, predictable, endlessly repeated tragic script. This city doesn't hide its secrets. It wears them on its face. The house always wins. Yet millions walk through its doors every year, each genuinely believing they'll be the exception. The truth is, Vegas thrives not on your skill or luck, but on your unconquerable humanity. Our impulses, emotions, wishful thinking, and stubborn belief were different. These 12 mistakes aren't rare missteps. They're the daily choices that keep slots spinning, blackjack tables packed, and casino vaults overflowing. So, next time you gaze at that neon glow in the desert, ask yourself, are you seeing a land of opportunity or a trap that knows your every weakness? Why are you stepping into it? To win money, or just to chase the thrill of risk, the illusion of control, or a so-close story to brag about later? Perhaps Vegas's greatest trick isn't taking your money. It's taking your discipline and clarity. Once those are gone, the outcome is already written.